with today's Stormlight appeal. So yeah, I was thinking, doing reaction like earlier this week and such, but this week's Monday and such, I was helping out my internship with Walnut and had to get out like super early for that, and I was basically throughout the whole day, and yeah, I was basically feeling throughout the rest of the day and such, so I was not in the mood to do a reaction and such. So yeah, at least tonight I'm planning to do of course I'm doing it right now. But of course I am so feeling tired right now. Like even though I slept till noon today, such I'm still feeling Walnut. So I don't know. We'll see how much sleep I can get tonight or not. But anyway, so yeah, today I reacted to 2 videos by Silkworld, two specifically of his After Effects videos that have been out for quite some time now. But of course, now I'm finally able to get to them. Particularly, I reacted to After Effects of Twilight's tributes and Radiant's rarities. So yeah, like with some of his previous videos based on the May 6th and whatnot, I'm pretty sure he's gonna talk about 5% of things that are that he likes for each two here. So yeah, I'm starting with Twilight's videos since that came out first, and then rarities and such. And of course, I saw that I think today he released one based on like Rainbow Dash stuff, kind of based on a character or whatnot. Because I believe the month of February or whatever, it's like Rainbow Dash month and whatnot. I think like celebrate her birthday or something like that. I just been seeing a lot of that on Twitter or whatnot. But so yeah, anyway, so yeah, I got the Twilight's tribute video pulled up here. So without further ado, let's get started. First, clear my throat a bit. All right, so we're 0. Let's double check audio. Okay, that was good. All right, so let's react to After Effects Twilight's tribute here. In 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, so we're at Twilight's castle, and I got the trumpet fairy playing. Okay, you got a crowd right for
one and all to the Friendship Day celebration.
Oh, okay.
On this day in which we celebrate those we hold
we got a lot of Twilight
friends. It's only fitting that we likewise pay tribute to Equestria's champion. She who embodies both magic and the growth that comes with friendship.
Oh yeah,
Twilight
especially as the previous 6 seasons.
Twilight Sparkle.
This she. There's not. Why is that Dormy still happy?
Excuse me a second.
Yeah, okay.
Twilight, if you're trying to make me look bad, I can promise you I don't need any help.
Yeah.
I'm quite skilled at that myself.
Yeah, you are.
And I know you haven't been abducted because, that's kind of my shtick.
Oh,
what? I see what's happening here. Making a big speech on Friendship Day in front of lots of ponies. Who wouldn't have some anxiety?
Oh, yeah.
But Twilight, you're not addressing a group of strangers.
Oh, yeah.
These are ponies who are rooting for you.
Oh, yeah, especially the ponies up
all
front.
that you've done. And I'm not just talking about the magical blasts that save Equestria.
Yeah.
You've had an impact on ponies' lives, from educating the young to bringing the lost back into the fold.
Yeah, that's very
and
true.
You've given
I especially like that
episode
episode of Moon Dance
connections that otherwise would have gone untethered. None of this, I might add, has anything to do with that crown. This is a gift that you, Twilight Sparkle the pony, have given Equestria. And we can see it all by talking about your friendships.
All right.
Oh, and don't worry about the crowd. Celestia's covering.
Okay. So, yeah, let's keep us. Let's have a high note. Well, this
can go on for hours.
I bet. All right, so I had to find Twilight's tribute. All right, let's see what Silver has specifically to say about Twilight here. Of course, they're like to begin for it. So let's see how the rest goes.
American industrialist Henry Ford once said, "My best friend is the one who brings out the best in me." In this regard, it's no wonder that Twilight has many best friends. The reserved, study-focused unicorn who introduced us to this world has come a long way.
Yeah, she has.
Though Twilight is not strictly defined by her relationships, she does show her best self by interacting with others. There's a core character who possesses a passion for learning, an innocent
she may not be my favorite such, but yeah, I do like a lot of things about her.
The world around her.
Yeah.
For a long time, Twilight didn't recognize those traits herself. Yet by venturing forth into a bigger world, Twilight has shown more and more of her strengths and flaws. And it all started with her #1 assistant. Spike was Twilight's best friend before she even realized she wanted friends.
Oh, yeah.
He was there at the moment her future started to unfold, and I imagine he'll be there for ages to come.
Yeah, I bet.
I'd argue that Spike is the most loyal of Twilight's friends, even more than the main 6.
I definitely like the relationships throughout the show.
Spike will openly defy Celestia's orders if it means helping Twilight.
Oh, yeah.
Even the other ponies hesitate with that. It's not just a tribute to Spike that he goes to such lengths for Twilight. It's a testament to the relationship that Twilight can inspire such devotion. Fans tend to define their relationship as either mother and son or elder sister and little brother.
Yeah.
I'm more inclined towards the latter. While Twilight can certainly show maternal worry,
Spike, stop! Think of the stomachache!
Spike isn't above tormenting her as a little brother would his sister.
Oh, yeah.
And their dynamic is pretty far-reaching.
Yeah.
They can get on each other's nerves,
0.5? Isn't that like lesson 1?
Yeah, that was
enforce
fun.
strict rules,
What?
It's mine!
Oh,
Stop it!
yeah, I don't like
or
those
lecture
moves.
one another.
You really should lighten up, Twilight. It's a party!
Yet at their relationship's core is a deep love that's as strong as any family member.
Yeah.
The surest way to break Spike's heart is to make him feel like Twilight doesn't love him.
I think with my
And
brother,
Twilight
he's like
needs
not
Spike
always
to meet her
nice, but
anger.
when he is,
He's
I
the
don't
innocent
appreciate
voice
one
that
that.
reminds Twilight of when she's
I had
doing
a lot of
something
those kind of
wrong,
modes
or
with
the
him.
one who can tell her what she doesn't want to hear. In a strange sense, Spike can be Twilight's conscience.
Yeah,
He's
I can
certainly
see
been a
that.
font of advice when it comes to Twilight's two frenemies.
Oh.
Let me hit
Nice.
you with another quote by Winston Churchill.
All right, we're good.
You have enemies? Good. That means you stood up for something sometime in your life.
That's a
And
good
Twilight
quote.
has indeed stood against conquerors for the sake of Equestria, but the greatest tests of herself have come from other
Oh yeah,
sources.
with Trixie Discord,
Trixie
definitely.
started out as a braggart, making Twilight retreat from her own talent.
Oh yeah.
Remember how many pep talks Spike had to offer
Oh
to
yeah,
encourage action?
multiple.
It's not the same thing, Twilight. You'd be using your magic to stand up for your friend.
And in the end, contrasting herself against Trixie helped Twilight realize that it was okay to be confident in her abilities.
Yeah.
So how fitting that Trixie's return would shake Twilight's confidence. When her enhanced magic surpassed Twilight's, our young unicorn had a hard time admitting she couldn't measure up.
Oh,
Yet
yeah.
through this conflict, Twilight gained an additional confidence. She and her friends didn't need magical super weapons to beat every threat.
I think I tell
By
with number
relying on
5
skill,
being.
cleverness, and one another, they beat a power that was far greater than Twilight.
Yeah.
Yet Trixie provided at least one more challenge.
Oh yeah, which
She forced Twilight to acknowledge her own ego.
I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Speaking of checking her ego,
Oh, yeah.
how often has Discord taken Twilight down a peg?
Oh gosh, I can't even
Now
count
that
from my
she's a
head.
princess, maybe she's decided that she's too good for you.
Discord has never missed a step to throw Twilight's title back in her face or undermine her plans.
Yeah.
She wants a perfect day with her sister-in-law?
Heck.
Guess who's going to interfere?
Yeah.
She organizes a grand gala? He brings the worst possible guests.
Yeah, he
She
did.
enjoys a peaceful weekend? He does everything
Oh,
possible
yeah,
to stoke
love
her
that
envy.
reference.
Yet without intention, Discord gives Twilight the chance to face parts of herself she might deny.
Spike, I'm the princess of friendship. I don't get jealous.
Certainly, we can all agree that Princess Twilight learned a valuable lesson here. That even she can have feelings of jealousy. That she should recognize said feelings rather than try to pretend that she doesn't have them.
Both Trixie and Discord challenged Twilight not only in a test
At least
of
yeah, with
power,
Discord,
but in
of course, he
terms
has bad first, but
personality.
later on, he
Let's
kind
not
of
fit
bad
either
things,
with
but with
Halo.
good touches.
They were both
yeah.
pursuing their own agendas, and I doubt Twilight's growth ever factored. But they've both helped her grow through conflict.
Yeah.
It's also important to note that their own improvements are indirectly linked to Twilight.
Oh yeah.
Fluttershy is Discord's link to becoming more empathetic, and Starlight Glimmer gave Trixie a reason to reject her envy.
Oh yeah.
And it's important to remember Starlight's journey, since she's one of 3 redemption stories.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
All of whom centered around
That's a nice
Twilight.
number 3 one.
But in fairness, all of them were a little rushed. Sunset
Yeah.
Shimmer started out as a generic bully with a zapped good reformation.
Yeah.
Yet by the second Equestria Girls movie, we
Oh, yeah,
get
I
the
really
hint
like
that her
Sunset, that
attitude was
movie.
a defense against the pressure. She was, for a time, living the life that Twilight had entered. Celestia's student, heir to power, facing many demands. She fell alone while Twilight rose thanks to her friends. Moondancer may be Twilight's equal in magical knowledge, but she got an F in social skills.
Oh, yeah.
Twilight had faced rejection before, but usually with the feeling that she had friends to fall back upon.
Yeah.
What happens when you feel that there's nothing?
not
Moondancer was
good,
a reminder
not
of
good.
Twilight's old self. And Twilight got to show some of her best care and humility in trying to help
Yeah,
Moondancer overcome
really
past
love that
pain.
episode.
Starlight Glimmer was a test against Twilight in terms of raw magical power.
Oh, yeah.
So much so that Twilight had to admit she couldn't steamroll her way to a resolution. She had to reach Starlight as an individual, and in doing so, form a connection.
I also like that moment
The
in the
important thing in
finale
all
there.
these is that by seeing these characters fall, we also see how Twilight overcame.
Yeah, that's
We
a
see
good
how
scene.
much friendship has enriched her life, and how in turn she tries to enrich others. We see how Twilight not only has magical talent, but also compassion to treat others as true equals.
That's good.
Yet for all that, I don't want to imply that these characters are what Twilight would have become in different situations. Yes, Moondancer hit close to the mark, but there was one element to her that I never saw in Twilight.
What?
Anger.
Oh yeah.
Bit embarrassing that you were
Yes?
the best you could do.
Ugh. Quiet!
Well, yeah.
All these characters
Those
carry
got angry
burden.
moments by though.
In the absence
Especially
of love and
Starlight
support,
there.
they fill the gap and become much more aggressive. Even when Twilight wasn't invested in friendship, she never seemed to grow angry.
Yeah. Except for that one moment that I felt like feeling peaky keen.
Well, okay, maybe flustered.
Yeah.
Twilight's no stranger to anger.
Oh yeah,
but
speaking
she
of
has the
episode.
ability to let it go rather than let it fester. I think a lot of that has to do with Equestria's 4 royals.
Oh, yeah.
Starting with her brother and
I'm
future
like these like
sister-in-law.
number ones and one.
Not only does Twilight flat out sing about
Or
how
at least
great
number
they are,
examples. I don't know.
but there are moments in the series where we see
Number
that
reasons?
Twilight
Yeah.
still looks up to them, especially Cadence.
Oh yeah.
We see her trying to emulate her big sister, and Twilight's bro seems to have helped her enjoy fun early on. In fact, that shield spell she employs might be something she learned from her big brother.
Probably.
Although these two didn't hit the scene until season 2, I think Twilight displayed some of their influence during their premiere. For a pony who didn't emphasize socializing, Twilight knew how to handle more than a few road bumps.
Oh, yeah.
Such as how to motivate a lazy pony.
I could clear this sky in 10 seconds flat. Prove it.
How to address fillers.
I like that little move.
Sorry, but we have an awful lot to do.
And even dealing with the ultimate manifestation of shyness. Twilight never lost her temper or became impatient.
Yeah.
Deceptive, but not hostile.
Yeah.
There are signs she's had experience dealing with a variety of personalities
Yeah.
before.
I don't know.
Yet
I'm
for all
pretty sure
the
I had
strengths she may
experience
have
on
learned,
Twilight did.
I
I
think
feel like
Twilight's also picked up some bad habits.
yeah,
I've
but I
talked
still
before about
good.
Twilight's impulse to fix things with magic. Is it possible she picked that up from watching Cadence zap relationships?
Maybe.
And though Twilight is good at issuing orders, she seems poor at delegating tasks to avoid being overwhelmed. Reminds me of a certain captain of the guard who would benefit from loosening the reins a little. But the ultimate question I ask is how Twilight has avoided so much of Canterlot's haughty attitude.
Oh yeah.
Certainly, Cadence has helped her with self-confidence.
You are anything but a regular old unicorn.
But how has she remained humble in the wake of her increased role?
No
Yeah.
pony should trade for my books just because I'm a princess. I'm not better than any pony else.
Although I should clarify, being royalty and a national heroine does set her apart from others.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not arrogance, that's fact. The humility is that she doesn't treat others as lesser ponies.
That's good.
Well, one can link that to Cadence and Shining Armor's influence, and hopefully her parents as well.
Yeah, hopefully.
I think that virtue came from Princess Celestia.
Oh yeah.
I'd like it if Celestia had some standout time of her own, but right now I think her best virtues are shown through Twilight.
Yeah.
Celestia was Twilight's first pull into
Yeah,
a
it definitely
larger
would be
world.
nice to see like a
Just by
Celestia
witnessing
episode,
Celestia's poise and
size,
power,
but yeah, like
Twilight
through
found her
Twilight,
love
it's
of
definitely
learning
nice to see.
magic. And while Twilight does love Cadence, it's clear she idolizes Equestria's rule.
Oh yeah, that's not too
More than
surprising.
anything, I get the sense that Celestia is trying to find ways to get Twilight to lighten
Oh
up.
yeah, I like
Even
that
now,
moment.
as a princess, Twilight still lapses into the eager-to-please student.
Oh yeah.
And perhaps that's the greatest hurdle for Twilight to overcome. Despite Celestia's continued encouragement, Twilight has confidence issues.
Yeah, she does.
I think the ultimate test for Twilight would be to say no to Celestia.
Well,
To
that
stop
would be a
following
nice
her
little moment
teacher's
to see.
lead and forge her own path. So with 3 royal role models, how does Luna fit into this? She came into Twilight's life much later and
Oh,
is
yeah.
far less regal.
How many points do I receive?
Hey, sorry for that one.
But here's the thing. Twilight was the only pony who was willing to reach out to Luna.
Yeah.
While others were intimidated by her history or status, Twilight saw a pony who was having trouble. In a way, the positive traits the royal family instilled in Twilight came back to help one of their own.
That's
I'd say
good.
Luna eclipsed as one of Twilight's best showings.
I'm going to do what I do best. Lecture her.
Of course, the greatest testament to Twilight isn't bringing 1 or 2 ponies back into the fold. It's how she's built a bond with her 5 friends.
Yeah, I was kind of
We
guessing
learned about
that.
the main 6 relationships before Twilight's arrival. Rarity and Applejack seemed to know one another, while Rainbow and Fluttershy were longtime friends. Yet it wasn't until Twilight came to town that the group really started to gel.
Yeah, that's very
and we've
true.
seen how fragmented they can become without her.
Yeah,
And I think
especially
the
that
reason for
moment.
dear Twilight, is because you say yes. Once Twilight realized how much her friends meant, she stopped turning down opportunities. The former bookworm.
I especially love the one moment in
fashion
the C3
shows,
finale
run
where she
races,
wouldn't be where she
attend
was
sporting
without her
events,
friends, and
clean
I actually
pigs.
teared up a bit.
Each of our heroines has a strong personality, but with that comes strong boundaries. Remember how unwilling Rarity was to participate in the Sisterhood social?
Oh yeah.
Or how bored Rainbow gets at Fluttershy's animal play dates? Would Pinkie have all that much fun sitting still and being fitted for a dress alone?
No,
Twilight
probably-
helps bridge the gap between these disparate tastes, and she often does it with an infectious enthusiasm.
Yeah, that's
Because
that's
this group
nice.
exists despite Twilight's hesitation. All 5 were drawn to Twilight, or Spike, because of a certain charisma. Twilight addresses ponies with a sincere attitude. Though she may blunder, there's never a do as I say, not as I do approach.
Yeah.
She lives her beliefs and finds the balance between respecting others while not compromising herself. And that's why these ponies are here to see you, Twilight. Not because of a crown or a castle or wings or even your magic. All of that is just dressing upon your core self. An eager
That's a
young
nice way to
spirit
see her,
who has
Mama.
the passion for learning and new experiences. A compassionate mare who sees others in trouble and wants to help with no thought of personal gain. A book-smart pony who stumbles during life lessons, but emerges wiser and more mature. Today is a day to celebrate friends, and you've got a whole lot.
Yeah, she does at
But if
this
you're
point.
still having doubts about going out there, or think that we don't believe in you, then I've got a little something to help.
Oh gosh, what's he got in store?
Was gonna give you this after the speech, but I think this will help you remember
What's
how much
in
everyone is cheering
what's in
you
the
on.
chest? Okay, she likes it, but I'm definitely curious what it is. Aw, that's nice. That's nice. Ah, that's nice little gift by a Silver. And of course, I really like he actually released this on Friendship Day, so yeah, that's very nice. Yeah, it actually goes with the crown very nice. Yeah, go Twilight!
Thank you, every pony.
Oh yeah, I got some fireworks going. Nice. Let's see, I feel like I don't know if there's anything else, but yeah.
I'm Silver Quill. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for making this. Alright, so I think my actually is paused there and such, since, yeah, most of his credits and such. So yeah, that's After the Fact Twilight's tribute, and yeah, that was a pretty nice little video discussing Twilight's character and such, and yeah, I really like, the specific, like, 5 reasons why Twilight's a good character and such, and yeah, like, obviously, like, the first would be, by Spike, and, like, second one, would be, like, Discord and Trixie, yeah, they definitely, challenged her about her beliefs and whatnot, so yeah, I like what we, discussed about those two, and then, of course, yeah, like number 3 is always an interesting one with Sunset, Starlight, and Moon Dancer there. So yeah, they definitely could be in the points where who she could have been. So of course, on the more angry guys, that's one where yeah, like Twilight's kind of like he mentioned, kind of flushed, but not like super angry or anything like that. So that's so nice. And yeah, like number 4, he's had like the three princesses plus shiny armors. Then yeah, they definitely influenced her throughout her life, and she said to put all that into Luna at the Lunar Eclipse episodes. Yeah, is that very nice? Of course, yeah, no, I kind of predicted her early on. Of course, I had number 5, so yeah, her 5 friends, and yeah, she would definitely not be where she was without their help and such. And yeah, like I said, kind of mentioned before, we were at, yeah, like the season 3 finale where she was giving her speech, and she said she would not be where she was without her friends. Like, legitimately, the first time I saw that, I actually started crying a bit. It was so, oh gosh, it was so, I was just, it made me so happy for her to say that one. That was definitely very nice moment. So, and of course, yeah, even though Twilight may not be like my number 1 favorite pony of the group and such, I still really like her as a character. And yeah, I really like how Silver explained that particular feeling, kind of like mentioned a lot of stuff that I also would agree with. So yeah, definitely like Silver on top of Twilight here. Of course, yeah, like that he released this on Friendship Day, so that was very nice. And yeah, like of course, yeah, like Twilight does have like her confidence issues and whatnot, but yeah, she's definitely getting better at that one. So that's very nice to see that from her. And so yeah, overall that was very nice for about Twilight. So yeah, very nice. Alright, so I got the After Fact Rarity video poll up here, which is the point I consider to be best point. So yeah, this is interesting for me. So yeah, so let's react to Rarity here. 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, 2011.
Canterlot!
Oh,
I am so envious of the
very first moment we talk Rarity. All right. Okay, see so initially reacted.
Crying out loud. The show has a fashion fanatic.
Yeah.
These cliches are so annoying. Well,
Yeah, especially
she
our
doesn't
show.
mind about chipping a nail every episode. I guess
Well, she doesn't have nails. 2014. We're gonna. Oh yeah, like, yeah, Hail Rarity. No.
Miss Rarity.
Oh.
No pony in this show has won over my heart quite like yourself.
Yeah, me either.
The first time I saw you, I had less than positive
Same, but with me it was like
I
the.
mean, can you blame me? How many characters out there that fixate upon beauty and fashion come off as selfish, shallow, stupid, and all around unlikable?
Yeah,
It's become
lot.
so commonplace that we make the association right away. But you, Rarity,
Yeah, she never breaks
you
those
swiftly
boundaries.
broke the mold.
Yeah.
Rarity embraced the idea of feminine tropes and turned
The
it to a
one
strength.
episode that really got me to
With
like her was the
style,
Dog and
presence,
Pony show. I
melodrama,
absolutely love
and a
that
kind
episode with her.
spirit. She turned so many
Oh, yeah,
expectations
no.
into collective heads. And how wonderful that I can celebrate you this fashion week.
Oh.
How nice that you didn't invite me over to trap me into one of
Wait,
your
oh,
fitting. Ew. dear.
Oh dear.
Well, okay, can you at least be gentle?
Oh no, of course.
That is distinctly non-gentle. Brutality.
I don't think it's pretty gentle. Oh no. Well, hopefully it looks nice.
I swear.
Oh, hey, it looks nice.
I've received beatings more gentle than one of your fitting sessions.
Jesus. Well, it's a bit bigger than a pony, so I can imagine like the hassle. Oh, that's a nice little outfit she's wearing. Yeah, Rarity and Rarity. Oh, that's pretty.
One of the themes I enjoy in My Little Pony is the emphasis that there's no one way to being a girl.
Oh,
Each member of the main six embraces it.
Of course, yeah, I'm not a girl, but I really like how they present the girls here.
They do their best to include one another. Yet Rarity holds a special place as the most classically feminine member of the team.
Oh, yeah.
By no means passive, she still embraces beauty, dresses, pampering, and is the only one to show a genuine interest in romance.
Yeah, especially the first
Here's
season.
the thing about that. For a long time, a lot of shows tried to take the shortcut to having strong female characters by having them reject femininity and hold it in contempt.
Yeah.
Which, in my eyes, is self-defeating. It's just stressing a different kind of conformity rather than empowering young women to choose.
Yeah.
Rarity is an example of embracing certain traits without being judged.
Yeah.
And she does all this with 100% emotion.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, pick an emotion. Joy?
Oh, yeah, she has a lot of emotions. Here's more overreacted.
Excitement. Even trying to contain said emotions.
Oh yeah, like I love the way she made that episode.
I suddenly appreciate the fantastic facial controls she possesses.
Oh yeah.
Plus, it would have been so easy to make this an annoying trait. If Rarity were less expressive or voice less distinct, it could
Oh yeah,
have
especially
been
love time with
the
his
ease
voice for
with which she
Rarity
can
is
shift
very
between
awesome.
Sweet and gentle to fanatical is incredible.
Yeah.
You would ask for my hope in marriage, and of course I would say, yes!
Yet part of what makes Rarity's extreme emotions so great is when she plays off her friends.
Oh yeah.
Rarity can pair up with any pony because of her specific tastes and reactions.
Yeah.
In fact, her inflexibility often makes for great character conflict,
Yeah.
especially when a foil witnesses her outbursts.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of opportunity for those as Rarity fluctuates between two outlooks.
Oh.
In many ways, Rarity is the most mature of the main six.
Oh, yeah.
She has grand ambitions and is constantly striving towards improving her business and her social standing.
That's very true.
She's had her eyes set on high society since episode 1 and has never wavered.
Oh.
Yet even when tempted to fit in at any cost, she's pulled herself back because of integrity.
Yeah.
And yet, in other ways, she is the most immature of the main six. Her tantrums, her fairy tale
Oh
fantasies,
yeah.
her manipulation of
Yeah, she
others.
still goes back and
There are
forth.
plenty of moments where I would say to kids, see what Rarity's doing? Okay, you go do the opposite. How is it that Rarity can flip between two standings without seeming like an unfocused
That's Rarity
character?
for you.
In both cases, I would say, that's so rare.
Wait, yeah.
But I think there's a consistency to the switches. When Rarity's behavior turns immature, it's for something she wants. A fantasy future, a sparkling gem, a chance to fix her past. Her selfish side and her drive are a tough combo, and it often takes a big shock to snap her out of it. Usually it's a moment that forces her to stop looking at herself and see the situation around her. Which leads to her greatest maturity, helping others.
Oh yeah, I don't like
This
where
is what
she's able to
saves
help her.
Rarity from
Oh yeah,
falling
especially
into a lot
help
of
Coco
pitfalls
there.
that
Yeah.
have claimed other beauty-focused characters. Though she has strong opinions on fashion, she's never demeaned another for how they look.
Yeah.
A little passive-aggressive, maybe.
Let me guess, Applejack. You don't want a new gown either.
Yet she doesn't dismiss others or insist that they're not worthy of her work.
Yeah.
What if I just spruce up your duds for you a little bit?
She wants to share this creation and get others to see themselves as beautiful, handsome, or any other compliment.
Yeah.
Look, here's Twilight to provide a contrast.
What?
And Joe is not sleek, stealthy con maid. He's big, gruff, and messy.
Hey!
Although, you would look rather dapper in a tuxedo.
Rarity is materialistic, but she directs that towards gifts and creations that bring
Yeah,
out the
very
best in
nice gifts and
others.
creations.
Her love of fashion is expressed in spreading confidence, not shallowness. It's the difference between saying, this dress makes you look good, and this
Yeah,
dress
those
looks
boys look really good
on
in the
you.
choices.
One of the hallmarks of strength and maturity is that you don't have to rely on putting someone else down to stand tall.
Yeah, that's very true.
Rarity shows the world her best through her own work, not relying on shortcuts. And we've seen that unfold through her three boutiques.
Oh yeah, this boy
which
she's got
she's
3.
earned. We saw Carousel Boutique in episode 1, but I don't think Rarity's business came up until episode 10, when it was being destroyed by parasprites.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
I love that scene.
Yeah, me too.
It's for the best that Rarity's business aspect took some time to appear.
Yeah.
With episodes like Look Before You Sleep and Winter Wrap-Up to show some of her quirks, we then got to see an aspect with which many of us older fans can empathize. customer service, and late-night projects.
Yeah, especially right now.
I'm
It's
not big on
just
fashion,
about 1
but
a.m. where
I've
I'm
had
at.
to do a lot of work
Ugh.
for impossible to please clients, and lost a lot of sleep on various projects.
Especially,
The fact that
especially some of
Rarity's
your like
putting so
videos
much
and one,
effort
especially
into
my
her
point
work
shorts
makes
and
it more
videos.
real than if
Ugh.
she was living some kind of shallow perfection, never having to sacrifice for creativity. Given that this is aimed at kids, it'd be unreasonable to talk about budgeting, billing criteria, and other nuts and bolts that come with
Yeah,
running a
that'd be
business.
too much
She'd
for
send
kids.
your kids to the land of Nod before the first commercial break. Yet by demonstrating genuine effort, Rarity shows how much this means to her, just as she suffers when her work is rejected.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when a creative person genuinely cares about their work, it hurts so much when others casually dismiss it.
Yes.
This leads to her second boutique. We never saw her in a bidding war for it or budgeting out the price. And again, that probably would have bored the audience.
Yeah, what?
The key thing is that we as
Honestly,
the
maybe
audience
interesting.
understood
I don't
how
know.
much this meant to her. It was the fulfillment of her dream. And with that dream complete, Rarity faced a question few of us really ask until it's too late. What next?
Yeah,
Now she
especially
had to
me
not
right
only
now,
pursue
since I
success,
graduated
but ask
from
what kind of
graduated
success
college
she
one now.
wanted.
Yeah.
This then shows another part of Rarity that I adore, despite my lack of fashion sense. Her passion. Sometimes we can't understand why something is important to another person. Too little information or too different a viewpoint. Yet if you've ever cared about something as an expression for yourself, the whys don't really matter.
Yeah.
We can recognize that it is important, and Rarity shows that every time. When Rarity was willing to close up her long-term goal in order to save what that goal really meant, that was one of the purest expressions of her passion.
Yeah, that was very nice.
The
moment.
song didn't hurt either. So with two boutiques demonstrating her hard work, the third in Manhattan can seem like a letdown. She sought it out and opened it up within a single season,
Yeah.
seemingly without much effort or sacrifice.
Yeah.
But maybe a little discomfort.
Yeah.
Instead, the third boutique gave her friends a chance to support that dream.
Yeah.
Just as I don't really get fashion, ponies like Rainbow Dash and Applejack likely wouldn't stress about this.
Yeah.
Yet they understand Rarity's love because of the past. She's found ways to share her love through gifts. Aside from Fluttershy, none of them seems to know much about sewing or textiles.
Yeah, I guess
Rarity is smart to not try and force them into that, despite the occasional sweatshop.
Yeah, especially that
She
one
knows
time.
that it's the end result and the creativity demonstrated that forms a connection. It's even had an impact on her little sister.
Oh yeah, like
We've
the
seen
one.
that over 4 sister-centric
Oh,
episodes.
they've been 4? Okay.
Stairmaster, Sisterhood Social, Sleepless in Ponyville, and For Whom the Sweetie Belle Toils.
Oh yeah.
Now, Kay kind of cheated on that first one because it was more about Fluttershy
Yeah.
and the CNC. Yet it started out with Sweetie Belle doing her best to mimic Rarity.
Oh yeah.
It took so long to make, but I think it adds just the right touch, don't you?
For a
Huh.
pony who is
That's
supposedly
kinda
destined
little,
to have an
attention
awesome
to detail
singing
there.
voice, it's amazing how little focus that's received. Because more often than not, Sweetie Belle is trying to be like Rarity.
Yeah,
From a
well.
tiny age, she's wanted to make an impression just like
That
her
was
big
cute.
sister. And their relationship isn't idealized. It's probably the most believable sibling
Yeah,
relationship.
I
in the
love
show.
their sibling
They
relationship.
intrude on comfort zones, play one another as only family members could, and they show how a sibling bond can mean so much and bridge a lot of gaps. Plus, as Sweetie's grown older, she started to push back against Rarity.
Oh yeah.
She's developing her own identity while still trying to follow her big sister. It's no wonder these two starred in my absolute favorite episode.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, Rarity's no slouch when it comes to connections outside of friends and family. That includes her 5 big endorsements.
What? Okay.
Hoity-toity,
Yep.
Sapphire Shores, Fancy Pants, Prim Hemline, Fashion Plate.
Oh yeah.
All big names within the fashion culture, and all incredibly weird names for me to say.
Yeah.
It's very awkward.
Oh
Quiet,
god.
you.
Okay, I
About
love
all
that
these
guy.
connections is that Rarity earned each one. There was never any insider connections or nepotism, and Rarity has won over the elitist culture by being true to herself.
Yeah.
Yet I hear you say silver, you fashionable falcon.
Especially
What
right
about
now.
Spice up your life. Yes, perhaps one of Rarity's greatest blunders, giving in to conformity.
Oh, yeah,
I said before
that
I
was
didn't
kind of
like
a bad
the
moment.
absolutes presented in that episode, but I do think Rarity's heart was in the right place,
Yeah.
and that it says something about how she helps. Rarity is a risk taker. She'll put her reputation and her business on the line to make an impression, and does so knowingly.
Yeah, she's
Yet
done
because
that
this
multiple
wasn't
occasions.
her business, I think she decided to play it safe. She ended up wrong, but I appreciate that she's not reckless with another pony's dreams.
Yeah.
And it
That was
was
a nice
Rarity
work
who
on it.
recognized what needed to be done to fix a seemingly hopeless situation, which shouldn't come as a surprise, because Rarity has done some amazing things over the course of this show.
Yes, he has.
She's provided an example of a feminine character who is not weak or foolish. That one doesn't need to reject what is considered girly in order to be strong. With class, audacity, and compassion, she's won over a large part of both Equestria and the audience.
Yeah, especially me.
Which includes me, dear
Wait.
Rarity. I'm glad you're a part of this show and
Oh,
won't
she
trade
just
you
likes
for all the
me.
gems in the world. I'm Silver Quill. Thanks for watching.
Alright, you're real good. Alright. And yeah, probably spots there since, yeah, it's most credit. Yeah, it's credits. Alright, so that was Radiant's Rarity. And yeah, that was what's going on Radiant's Such. And yeah, of course, like what Sora said, yeah, it was kind of a bit iffy at first. But yeah, throughout the show, especially kind of early on, I really started to love her. So yeah. So yeah, of course, yeah, I really like what the show did with Rarity and such. Where yeah, like a lot of shows, like yeah, we saw like a Family Guy or yeah, like with the Kardashians and whatnot. A lot of those like characters and whatnot. Yeah, they definitely like represent like like the fashionista kind of girl, like be like really stupid or like very mean or things like that. But of course, I really love what they did with Rarity in the show one where she can be very feminine, but she's not afraid to express her true self, like be compassionate towards others and yeah, be generous, giving out gifts and whatnot. So yeah, I definitely like with the character, and yeah, I like the specific things that still talk about with Rarity here, where oh gosh, well I can't quite remember the first ones, but of course yeah, like of course her being able to fetch her open like her 3 shops and whatnot, that was definitely very cool. But especially at the point, of course yeah, like the third one was kind of a bit rushed and whatnot, but it's still very nice. She had her friends who help her like clean up and whatnot, and of course yeah, like yeah, I remember the second one, and that being like her kind of like being both kind of nice and selfish as certain points in episodes, especially I think especially like with the sister social one where she's kind of been selfish first. Of course, she had to be reminded of like what she really had to do with one. So and of course, yeah, I really some of her self was kind of enjoyable one. Of course, I really like what she's being very compassionate and whatnot. So that's very cool to see that. And let's see. Of course, yeah, with Sweetie Belle, she probably would be able to be, Sweetie Belle's definitely big, very big help to Rarity. So of course, I really love the episodes where, yeah, I kind of focused on those, especially like Sister Social, the Sleep with the Ponyville, of course, yeah, for whom the Sweetie Belle 12. I really like the relationship one, of course, yeah, it's definitely like very realistic type of sibling relationship, where of course they had like fights, of course, to be able to give each other at the end. So I really like what they did with that particular sibling pair and whatnot. And of course, yeah, with her 5 like high class endorsements one from those points one, she probably would be as recognized as she is now. So yeah, it's very nice she was able to be able to make connections with all those points one early on. So yeah, pretty sure get where she is today. Oh gosh, what was the first one? I'm trying to rewind a little bit. So. Oh yeah, of course, like all her emotions and whatnot throughout the show, being her to express, being happy, sad, angry, excited, like all those moments, being her like express all those moments, definitely very interesting to see. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, I absolutely love the voice and this personality that Tabitha St. Germain gives to Rarity's voice. So she's definitely one of my favorite voice actresses of the show. So yeah, I really love what she did with Rarity's voice. And so yeah, of course, it's definitely a lot of fun moments that Rarity did with her emotions throughout the show. And of course, yeah, like one of my absolute favorite, at least the one moment that really got me to like Rarity was in the Dog and Pony show, where she started to show the Diamond Dog. So she like, it's not what this is, why that particular moment absolutely made me love her. So that was the moment that made me really like her character as such. And of course, yeah, I did like the Gabriel. I don't know, but so yeah, overall, I also really like what Sora did with this particular video based on Rarity. Of course, at first, like me, I was a bit iffy on Rarity, so of course, like in the future, I definitely really love her at this point. And yeah, I really like the particular reasons why Rarity is a good character for this, and yeah, I really like specific reasons. So yeah, it's very nice to see. So yeah, overall, this and the Twilight video is definitely very nice to put together. Very nice reasons to why, both of them are really good characters and whatnot. And yeah, I do have, some there like videos by Sukuro, at least the ones that come out after this, like on my list of reactors. So maybe hopefully soon I'll react to such. We'll see how I feel or whatnot. But hopefully I can react to them a lot sooner now whatnot. So yeah, hopefully stay tuned for all that. So yeah. So overall, in this Sharks video. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to more videos, and leave a comment down below. So to feel I strike you next. And make sure to check the links to my social sites and screws down below. Those who keep on reaction videos, and that's my post. So overall, says video. We'll see you guys very soon. Bye.